Good morning, everyone. I've got Miss Chloe here. You haven't seen her in a while. Do you know when I changed her clothes, how long it has been since she has gotten an outfit change? Are you ready for this? This is like ridiculous. She still had her Valentine outfit on. Yeah, no wonder she's looking at me like that, right? She's like, Mom, what are you doing? I don't get no attention. Just have me sitting around in the same clothes for months on end. Right? Oh, I know. Such an unfit mommy, huh? So, Chloe is a combination of some themes that I have missed over my little hiatus. And one of the themes was stars, I believe, a while back. And this last Thursday was unicorns. And she's holding on to a little unicorn lovey. She gave her little sheep or lamb or whatever it is a break for today. And she has her accompanying blanket that goes with the lovey. It's a set I bought at Ross a while back. And it was really a good deal on it and everything. And I know some other folks had this set too. But when I saw the little unicorn lovey, I thought, oh, that's so cute. I don't see unicorns that much. And now, of course, unicorns are everywhere. There's unicorns on all kinds of things now. That must be the animal of the year, or character of the year, or whatever. Before it was owls, and elephants had gotten a turn, and monkeys had gotten a turn, and just they always seem to pick certain animals that are going to be the particular in thing for the year. But anyway. So Chloe's wearing one of my favorite outfits that I've had for a while. Lydia wore this whenever I had her. And it's just a simple long-sleeved onesie with a pair of pants. I like the pants because they have this cute little lace at the bottom. I don't see that too often, but they have stars all over them. And of course it says local celebrity. You guys can read. I always feel like I shouldn't read clothing because you are all capable of reading yourself, right? But yeah, it's a nice color combination. It looks good on her. And yeah, she's still kind of upset with me for ignoring her for a long time. And I didn't completely ignore her. I was, picking her up and holding her and things like that, like I do with all my babies. But it's been a while since I actually changed her clothes. So that was kind of bad, but yeah. Say, Miss Chloe. She's like, I don't care, I'm still mad at you. So I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. Our weekend was pretty busy, even though I did not have to drive my oldest to work at all. She drove every day over the weekend, and it was nice to not have to wait up there for her and stuff like that. My husband and I are kind of going through a little bit of a hard patch as far as, my husband put this the best way for like an analogy. All these years of raising Callie, she's been in this secure little box. And now that she has her license and, she's dating and things like that, it's like she's outside of that box. And it's like outside of our reach. We can still coach her and everything through life yet, but she's getting to be more independent, and we're realizing that we have to deal with that. as hard as that is. And we have to kind of let go a little bit. And it is hard. And I know that her boyfriend's mom, they're having the same issues with their son, you know, like for, you know, all of his life, they were able to, you know, always know where he is and always be there when he needed them. And, you know, because, well, I mean, you're there for your kids when you need them, even when they're not around, but it's different. It's just a different feeling whenever they grow up and when they start showing signs of growing up. And it's hard, you know. It is really hard. But, you know, we'll get through this, definitely. Say we will, right, Chloe? Absolutely. As hard as it will be. But it is pure overcast here today. And it's foggy right now, too. So I'm not sure how great she's showing up in the lighting scheme wise. It's probably not real great. But it's got to be better than my nursery, right? I think any lighting is better than my nursery. Yeah, she looks a little yellowy to me, though, through my lens. And usually it seems like what I see is a little bit better than what you guys end up seeing because of the whole downloading process, or uploading process, and how it loses some of its quality. But hopefully I will go through some different variations of light during this little travel, and you'll get to see her a little bit better than you have been. But yeah, she's just still my little sweetness, even though she's not happy with me right now. This too shall pass. Right? You'll be back to your naughty self in a little bit. Let's see, what else can I tell you this morning? We went back to the campground this weekend, and we started cleaning up wood. We had a tree chopped down. I need to maneuver this a little bit, guys. Okay, there, sorry about that. We had a tree chopped down, so we had to clean up the wood, and, you know, there's, of course, sawdust, and there's leaves back there that had fallen off the trees over the winter time. And getting it ready to put the camper in. Camper's going in tonight. My husband has an inspection appointment at 2 o'clock, I believe, this afternoon. And then after he goes to that, he's going to take it back to the campground and get it set up back there. My mom and I, or maybe more so I, will have to get in there and clean the place because that hasn't been done yet. And I usually don't clean it before we put it away because it's pointless. Especially if we get little micey-miceys in there. You end up cleaning it only for it to get dirty again and have to clean it again in the spring. So I just put it away dirty and get it out and clean it then at that point is what our plan usually is. So I'm hopeful that there's not a lot of mice that got in this winter, but who knows? They get in where they get in and everything. I found out that our neighbor back at the campground, her old pop-up camper that she got rid of just recently and got a different camper, it was infested with mice. So that explains why we were getting mice all summer long. I kept having to put things in totes to keep them out, and we could never leave any kind of food in there because there were just always mice, and you could never see them, you just knew they were there. And of course they probably came in and out as they saw fit, you know, to get out of the elements or whatever. And yeah, we found out that they were infested with them in their camper. So yikes. I don't know how that ended up happening, and usually you think mice like usually don't hang around where there's, you know, other critters. Like, they have 2 huge dogs, and, you know, I know mice are aware of cats, but we used to not have any problems with that because of our dogs. Like, our dogs would chase things away. Like, you know, nothing would kind of come near our house. And I don't know, maybe they aren't bothered by the mice and they don't do anything, because some dogs just don't, you know, care. The dogs we had before were very protective of us, so no matter what was coming, they were kind of, you know, barking at it and, you know, just making it a very uncomfortable situation for whatever was trying to visit us. So yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that, but some of you might have some experience, maybe not. But yeah, we also, if you are following me on Instagram or Facebook, check out the photo that I posted. We had a new type of neighbor at camp. It has, you know, 8 legs and was really interesting color variations on it. You know, mainly like neutral tones and everything, but it was interesting to see. And for those of you that don't follow me on any of those things, I'll just tell you what it is. I saw, well, my husband actually saw it, the biggest spider I have ever seen in my entire life. In fact, I didn't think we had spiders that big in, you know, in this area. It was, legs and all, it was about the size of a tennis ball. And the body of it was probably close to the size of my thumb. I mean, it was just a huge spider. I took some photos. My husband took photos with, like, it next to his hand, so just to kind of show a size comparison. It was just huge. I was like, wow, that's a spider. And I'm not scared of spiders. I'm not scared of snakes and really any kind of things like that. I'm not a fan of bugs. So I'm very grateful for spiders that kill a lot of bugs that I don't like. But I don't have a phobia of them or anything like that. Yeah, it was wild. I'm glad Goldie wasn't down there. She was taking the dog for a walk, and so I was glad that she was away, because she would have been like, "Oh, look at the spider!" She does not like creepy crawly things much at all. But anyway, I hope you all are going to have a wonderful day. It's supposed to be nice here today. I think in the high 60s or low 70s. So that'll be cool. In a warm sort of way. See, we're excited for the warmer weather to come now. Of course, in a few months, you'll hear me complaining about how hot it is, and I wish it would get cold. I know. I'm never satisfied, I swear, when it comes to weather. I like fall time, and that's about the extent of it. Fall time is my favorite time. I like the warm and the cold in spurts, but I want it to go away after like a week. So, yeah. Just never satisfied, right, Chloe? No, never satisfied. Just like her brothers and sisters and her, right? Oh my. So anyway, I don't know if I told you guys, but I have a vacancy coming up in the libraries. One of our longtime employees is leaving us, and he will be gone next Tuesday. I think will be his last day. Yeah, next Tuesday. So yeah, I'm going to be hiring, and that's going to be an interesting venture. I think we have to rewrite the job to make it match more closely to what our needs are and everything. It's funny because where I work, they have a number system, and that number system allows you to supposedly grow in your position. So it's levels, and within these levels, you can basically, without changing your job drastically, you can do things that become more specialized in things, as opposed to just being a jack of all trades, so to speak. But the funny thing is that I can't figure out a way to actually make that happen. Like, HR is one of those departments that can never give you a straight answer. They never give you a full answer. And it's just kind of weird. They tell you have this opportunity and this ability, but yet there's this foggy mist on how to actually go about doing this. I would like to grow in my position. And the thing is that when people can't figure out how to grow within their position and up the levels that they're currently working in, they leave. That's exactly what happens. And I think everyone knows this. I think that this is not a secret. And another thing that is interesting is that sometimes you can have a position that will really need to be rewritten to match what the person is doing, and you try and do that, and so that doesn't do anything, so the person leaves, and then you hire for the position, and you rewrite it, and the position can be a higher grade to start with than it was when the person was working in it. And it's like, what the heck? We've been trying for years to try and get things accomplished, so that people can grow in their jobs. Because, you want to retain people. You don't want to constantly have to hire and, go through this all the time. And I haven't gone through this all the time. I'm just saying this in general because I see it among the whole university. I mean, there's people that they can't get anywhere. They're like, they hit the ceiling or whatever you want to call it, and they can't go anywhere else. So they end up leaving, and that is how it goes. I'm in that situation myself. I want to grow in my position. I talk to my boss about it all the time, and she's stumped. She's like, I don't know what else we could do. Like, what in the world do you have to do for them to see that you are doing, that you're deserving of a higher level? What do you have to do? And it's like, they won't give you HR won't give you a straight answer. And I used to want to be a part of HR, and after my many, many experiences with HR, there is no way I want to be a part of HR. Unless there's some way I can change the way HR works. But I know that's probably not a possibility. But it's like, yeah, who do you have to kill to get your job upgraded a little bit? Like, I don't know. It's crazy. But, so that's what we're looking at. And this guy, I know, my employee would have stayed if we had been able to accomplish that, because that's what he was after. He's looking to grow. He wants to expand his knowledge, expand his skill set, his, competencies, and all of that. And it's like, you can't do it. There's a few small people that figure it out, and they don't know what they did to figure it out. I don't know if they just got lucky or if they're just really good at wordsmithing, that they're able to craft this description that makes it look like it's all shiny and godlike. I don't know. It's crazy though. And I'm sure other areas have this problem too, like other jobs, other companies. But it's just sad. I mean, we all get annual raises, but that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, and yes, with, just to be clear, when you do up your level, so your pay goes along with it. So it's kind of like a bonus. But for some of these people, they've been in their jobs for, 10 plus years, and they deserve it, Well, not all of them. They don't all deserve it. But the ones that do, they deserve it. And it's just crazy. So, let me know if you have this problem. I face it all the time. I face it every day. I face it with myself, and I face it with my employees. And it's just really hard to deal with. And I know that if I go somewhere else, it's going to be similar, And I can't go anywhere else, because where I work now, that is the place to work in this area. There is no better place. They're the highest paid, they have the best benefits, and they know it. So, there's that. But I really enjoy my job, and I have great respect for, my employer. But there's little things, there's always little things that just bug you about, where you work. And this is one of them. And I guess it's not a little thing, but it is something that drives me crazy. And I wished I could crack the code, I keep trying though, and I will continue to try. It's like my lifelong ambition to figure out their method to their madness. So, all right, I better get going. I've been yakking away for over 20 minutes. You guys are probably thinking, okay. Thank you all for listening. Those of you that stayed, I'm sure some left. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you all soon. All right, bye-bye, guys.